Good morning, 2N. It is Friday, or as we like to say, Yay! Okay, it is Friday, the 17th of April of the year 2020, making our short date the 17th day of the 4th month of the year 2020, okay? For math this week, we're going to finish our week of the 2 times, 5 times, and the 10 times table. Most of you did a really good job. You found your own strategy, what worked best for you. Had great practice throughout the week. So what we need to continue building is our fluency, our speed, and getting the answers, okay? With the 2 times, 5 times, and the 10 times tables. So for today, Friday, we are going to continue and finish those 2 times, 5 times, 10 times table with some speed tests, okay? Now, most of you in our one-on-one sessions were able to do as many questions as possible under a minute, okay? So we'll keep practicing that. But today I want to see how long it will actually go, okay? Let's look at the 2 times table first. Something that I really liked that everyone was doing this week was you're counting by 2s very well, okay? Remember that with the 2 times table, we're just counting up by 2s. So if you are able to count by 2s easily, then all you need to do is remember, okay, I can do 4 fingers, 2, 4, 6, 8, okay? Or what I really liked that everyone was doing was that you're looking at the doubles, okay? You're actually just doubling and adding. So you know that 1 times 2 is 1 plus 1. You know that 2 times 2 is 2 plus 2. You know that 3 times 2 is 3 plus 3. 4 times 2 is 4 plus 4, and so on. And it's much easier for you because you know all these additions much faster, okay? So I would say this one was fairly easy for most of you, okay? So well done. When you are doing your tests today, your speed tests, try to think of these. You can count by 2s, or you can do your doubles, okay? Have a practice with this before you do your speed test as well, okay? Well done. 5 times table strategies. Now, with the 5 times table, I found it, everyone found it a little bit trickier than the 2 and the 10, okay? The 5 times table is a little bit trickier, okay, because you are counting by 5s. Yes, we go up by 5s. However, with the 5 times table, it's actually quite nice to see that. It almost becomes like a song. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. So it becomes like a song, a song that you can sing every day, just so it comes faster to you, okay? Because once you do that, then you can say, what is 8 times 5? I can do 8 fingers and go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, okay? And with that, it will start to stick a little bit easier, okay? Another thing that we can just remember is what I saw is that a lot of kids may have been confused as to what comes next. They might be counting by 5, let's say it's 5 times 5, 5, 10, 15, and they would maybe go 16, oh wait, no, 30. So it's an easier way to remember is to know that after the 5 comes a 0, okay? After the 5 comes a 0, after the 5 comes a 0, and so on, okay? Now, how will this help us? If I am up to here, let's say I'm doing 10 times 5, okay? So I'm at 10 times 5 and I'm up to 50, and I can say, okay, I know what comes next is the 0, so it could be 55. After that comes 60 because it's the 0 in the units, okay? So that's something that you can also try to remember, okay? But the most important thing is that we keep practicing counting by 5s, all right? Well done. In the 10 times table, this one I saw was actually the easiest for everyone, okay? Because the 10 times table has a trick to it, doesn't it? One, counting by 10 seems to be much easier. So we go 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110, 120. So it is much faster to be counting by 10s. But all of you are doing something very tricky, okay? which is actually the best idea. You're just using the same number times 10 and adding a 0, okay? So what you're doing is you're looking here at, let's say 2 times 10. You're looking at the number 2, and all you're doing is writing it as your answer and adding a 0, okay? So for most of you, it was so easy and so fast, okay? So if it's 8 times 10, you write the 8, add a 0. 11 times 10, write the 11, add a 0, okay? So you guys did this fairly quickly. The only thing that I want you guys to work on is how we say it, okay? I didn't include it on the presentation, but I am going to write it here then, okay? So we have here the number 13, 13, okay? And we have the number 30, okay? Now with these two numbers, what we need to remember is the N pronunciation, okay? We have here teen and we have 30, okay? So something that I taught Amin yesterday, which worked really well, right Amin? Was that when we do the tens, all of these, okay, you're going to smile at the end. So if I say 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, okay? And that will help you go ahead and try to remember the pronunciation, because there is a big difference between 30 and 13, okay? This one has an n at the end, while this one has a e, smile, n, e, okay? So that's just something that we can continue to work on there. All right, let's practice counting by twos before we get started. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, okay? Well done. Counting by fives, this is the song. Are you ready? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. Well done. And let's practice counting by tens. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110, 120, okay? Well done. So this is what your task today is going to be, okay? You're going to need a pencil. You can have two options. You can have a piece of paper to copy the problems, or you can print them, okay? The idea here is that you have a stopwatch as well, okay? So if you have a stopwatch, it's basically to give you the time. Cell phones will have that, okay? So if I look at my cell phone, I will have something that is called a stopwatch that will record the time. The glare is a bit much, isn't it? There it is, okay? That is the stopwatch that I can start, and when I'm finished with my problems, I can stop and I'm going to write down the time, okay? So let's see what we need to do. Bless you, Lola.
Thank you.
You're gonna set a stopwatch for each test. Complete each test. Stop the time when you finish and write it down. There are 4 different tests: 2 times, 5 times, 10 times, and mixed, okay? Lola's doing a very good thing. She sneezed and now she's washing her hands, okay?
Yes.
Okay, so these are the different ones here, okay? So if you do this one first, write down the time. This one second, write down the time. This one third, write down the time. And this one fourth, write down the time. If this is too much for you to do today, you have all weekend to do it, okay? So you can do one today, do one tomorrow, maybe 2 on Sunday, okay? So don't rush with it, have fun with it, relax, it's practice. Remember that practice is progress, and that's what we're here to do, okay? All right, have a great day, and I hope you have fun with it, and let me know if you have any questions.